Right, welcome to the tutorial for Radiohead's The Daily Mail on piano. I know people have wanted it for a while and I'm very lazy and that's the only reason I've not done it yet. Bear in mind throughout this that I've set up this whole thing with a big pole, so my hands are a bit... yeah, never mind, let's get on with it. Right, the first bit, pretty simple, just play your D chord in the right hand 6 times. And you've got this little riff which is E and A, then D, then A, then D. So 6 times. At the same time, in your left hand you're just going down from D to B flat but skipping out the C, so 2 on D, then down. So together it's... if you want you can play a B flat instead of the A at the end bit. It sounds a bit different, so... whatever you want. Right, then the when you play the melody it's pretty much centered around the D chord, so keep going with the left hand, the same thing. Then in the right hand instead do... So yeah, it's pretty simple. Mostly just centers around these 3 with the occasional other note, so... little riff. All the way through, whenever you're just playing the melody, you can always just add in notes of the D chord elsewhere with your right hand, so it sounds a bit fuller. So instead of... you can go like... or, you know, whatever. Just get those 3 notes in whenever you can. Right, then there's a slightly different bit in the melody, which is singing we're here. So... so that's pretty much it. The left hand's staying the same all the way through that. So all together. Right, next we've got part 2. So you've got So at the end of the last part 1, instead of going down again, just stop at D flat and also move this D down to a D flat. So. Then the melody here is quite simple. So in the left hand, it just goes. In the right hand, you're basically just going. But because we want it to sound a bit better, we're including all the rest of the C chord there. So. So move this E down to a D halfway through, because that's how it happens. So this is just a B flat, but starts on the G. So right here it depends what version you're listening to, but I'll show you both. There's a little walk up. If you're doing it the chordy way, it's just a C. See, I've got both an octave of C now. So C. So this is just a C, and a D flat, but keeping the C there. And then just an E flat. Alternatively, you can do the little kind of run up thing, which is. So that'll just be a C, but with an E flat up here. But it played the G first, so. Then just this D flat chord with the E flat at the top. But remember, play this one first and then this one, so. So then your E flat. So either of those ways is fine, either. Or depends what version you're listening to. Yeah, and then we've just got the melody is pretty simple. It's just. And in the left hand you're going. So. But obviously we like to include our other notes in the chord, so. So in the left hand is an E flat, D flat, and F, which is an F7 with this. So sorry if my hands seem a bit weird. I'm having to negotiate around a pole at the moment. So. And you've got your little run up again. Run up again. The next bit. So. So the other notes are just always the other notes in the chords, which are E flat, D flat, and then sometimes F7. Then the last one it goes. Back to C. Right, so we've reached the bit which I think people have the most trouble with. It's kind of difficult to work out, but once you have, it's pretty simple. So right, starting with a C chord like that, easy. The thing to remember about this bit is just that the C at the top is always kept. So we're going to go through a number of chords, but the C is always there. So yeah, that's the basis of the beginning. So this little bit is kind of optional, but it just makes it sound a bit more full. You could alternatively do that. And then just go up to an E flat chord, but remember the C at the top. So I'm just playing a little G here before I go up to the E flat in the bass. So it's just an E flat with a C there. And then just shift down to the D major, but keep the C there. So and we're nearly there, don't worry. Then it's just F in the bass. So just basically an F chord. You might not be able to see on the screen, but there's an F down here. So this one's a bit of a funny one. Just shift the F and the A here and the F in the bass to F sharp and B flat. So that's the cool one. So and just a little, and that's it before the melody comes in. So just remember that little flick to make it to go to a C7 to the C. So even slower. So all it is just kind of, you can flick between these two when you're on the C because it sounds a bit cool. I know a few people have a bit of trouble with the rhythm of this bit. So I'll play it slowly with a metronome now for you. Right, this is at 60 beats per minute. So if you just practice that along with a metronome, you should be able to get it in time. Okay, so when your melody comes in, it's sticking with the same chords, so the left hand's staying the same the whole time. But the melody on the top is pretty simple, so overall it would be. pretty much it. The trick is just trying to get it included with your chords and for it to sound rhythmically right. So all I'm doing there is playing the simple melody I just showed you, but including all the other notes of the chord in there as well. Yeah, so that continues until you reach the last one. The last one's where the fish in the sea bit. So when you're at your C, so you kind of only do the first two chords, C and then that, compared to what we were just doing. So instead of doing, you go. Just, but then obviously all the E notes in there as well. So this is where the main change is. So you've gone to a B flat, as you can see, and it's literally the identical progression as before, just shifted down 2 semitones. So this time it's the B flat, not the C that we're keeping on the top. It's just everything's shifted down. So it's just a D flat. See that little flick. Just down to the C. Obviously you've got that B flat still there. That's E flat, and just like we did with the F, we're shifting the E flat and the G up to an E and an A flat. So, and the little flick is. And that's it.